first thing I want to talk about is that I noticed on your MySpace you have a clip of a Nirvana cover coming out. Why Nirvana? Why that song in particular for your new album?
I like to listen to music before we play shows, and that was one of the songs that I listened to a lot. It sort of empowered me. I think it's a great song. It's one of my favorites. So I don't know. We just decided to give it a shot and honor a band that we really like.
Any other inspirations on this new album?
A lot of Mike Patton projects. Carmen and I are a really big Mike Patton fan. I definitely see a lot of influences from Pink Floyd, as she said. Radiohead. We kind of all got re-in-touched with our Radiohead roots and things like that, and just try to really put all that out there.
Otep has 2 new members. What you guys bring to the new album, to the sound of Otep?
For me personally, it's probably more about what they brought out of me, that I didn't probably realize I had in there. Playing with specifically Jay has helped my guitar playing a lot and brought a lot of guitar riffs out that I probably wouldn't have come out with, and Otep's just creative arrangement and stuff like that is I don't know, I think we've all made a big impact on each other. I mean, Brian's the most ridiculous drummer I've ever played with.
You're finding the way that we all connect. I may write a guitar riff that he might not think of, but then he writes guitar parts that definitely helped enhance my bass playing and things like that. And then Brian's drumming abilities, again, just kind of, we've all been pushing ourselves to that envelope and just kept going and going. And it's been an honor working with these guys.
Lyrically, for the new album, what did you bring different to this than you have previously?
Different? There might be a little more melody in what I wrote. I don't know lyrically, but in the performance of the lyrics, absolutely. I think there's probably some a little more melody to what we're doing. But as far as the messages are concerned, I think it's still a similar attack on things that seem to provoke me personally, whether it's organized religion or the pharmaceutical culture in this country, or just the different paradigms for women and the working class.
I know you're a poet. Is it really hard to translate your words into music?
Not necessarily. I don't think so. I think some songs start out as poems, and some poems start out as songs. And there's a value in reading a poem, and there's a value in speaking a poem, and there's a value in performing a poem. It's finding that ability to communicate it melodically is a gift, and working with these cats makes it almost easy in some respects, because they have such, we all sort of connect so easily and transmit it on a really nice power groove frequency, which gives words rhythm and allows me to communicate the message, I think, from my part, easier than, say, a difficult situation would be.
How is the music process for the new album?
Well, the first thing is I really wanted to get back to, I think a lot of bands, there's this thing that happens when bands get their first record, and it's like at least the bands that influence me the most or inspire me the most, it seems like there's a lot of passion and a lot of emotion put into the record, and then it kind of plateaus almost on the second records and so forth. And I wanted to bring that energy back to the first record. That was sort of let's think of it as our first album, and in a way it is, because we have 2 new members, and so we were all writing something together for the first time. But as far as the writing process itself, it really depends. I mean, I started writing March of the Martyrs and Milk Regret on tour in the back of the bus, but when we all get together in a room, it's like spiritual intercourse. We're all giving, we're all taking, we're all just feeding off of each other's energies, and it's beautiful. Perfect example would have been Ghost Flowers. I mean, that song has changed very, very little from the first moments we sat down and started writing. I mean, Jay and I wrote the beginning part, the intro part, but then the rest of it just exploded once we all decided to sink our teeth into it.
I will give you sanctuary.